let's address the elephant in the room, my presence or lack thereof. It's safe to say I have not been mentally thriving, which you can probably tell by the title of this video. I really despise the idea of trying to gain traction or clout from mental health, but at the same time, mental health is a part of the human experience, and I think it's important not to glamorize something that really can be shown a different way online. So I thought I would give you this video. Obviously I wasn't going to just like pull out the camera and like talk to you while I'm actually having a mental breakdown, but this has gone on for a couple of weeks now. I guess what has really been the turning point is the fact that I realized by the time you're watching this video, it will be my birthday in 3 days. Now, it's safe to say that this is not the character development I expected. That's all I can really say to that. I mean, 15 has been a really age for me. And I'm not going to get into that, like I'm not comfortable with those details being online. Long story short, I've really been feeling it recently. I know there's so many other people that are in the same boat. I mean, 2020 has basically felt like a write-off year for so many people. I've had this conversation with so many people I know. I tried to think, you know what, this is the second semester of the year. I am a bit late to August, but now is better than never, and I'm going to try and glow up in this video. Now, this isn't a typical glow up video. I'm not just talking about the external fun things like face masks, hair dyeing, although I am going to be doing a bit of both in this video. I also want to take time to self-reflect, to journal, to make a vision board. My philosophies regarding the law of attraction have definitely changed significantly, and I don't believe in it the way I used to, but I still like to implement things that seem logical and rational, and I do think my vision board is something that at least motivates me to get to where I want to be. I guess what I really want to tell you is even if you're mentally healthy, which is great, I am beyond happy for you. Even at that stage, you can still evaluate aspects of your mental health. Everyone has mental health, and for that reason, I'm not going to make it a stigmatized topic that I shut away and completely avoid on this channel. That's not my style, and if I have a platform, even with a small audience, I'm going to use that platform. And I did refrain from making this type of like personal content for a while because I thought about the people who could use it against me. And honestly, let me just say straight off the bat, if you're using mental health against anyone, that is so sick. It completely baffles me that there are human beings that cruel. But let's not get into that tangent because we could be here for a while. The other elephant in the room, the slightly less significant elephant in the room. Yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. I've thought about wearing them out on several occasions, and unfortunately for the situation, they didn't quite suffice. So I thought, like a proud stage mum, I would give them the light of day. So here we are. Also, I feel it's important before we start this video to just put it out there. If I seem like crackhead energy and I'm like overcompensating with like humor and satire, then it's just because I'm not in a great state at the moment. So yeah, I hate the way people in these videos like rank themselves. Honestly, I was hoping to go from a 9 to a 10. No, I'm completely kidding. I hate that. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to start with the external fun stuff, the non-introspective work. Then you have the best of both worlds, the superficial, shallow content that is so enjoyable to watch, and the not so pleasant mental health content. I mean, who said pick a niche? Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I think you get the gist. This is my natural hair color, by the way, but in the lining you probably have absolutely no idea of the color. So I'm going to insert a photo here and a photo here. This was like one in direct sunlight, and this is one that's in a more low lit environment, but it's so crazy that I have rainbow hair. So that's what we're going to start off with. Hello. Welcome to my bathroom. As you can probably tell from the lighting change, it is a couple of hours later, and the reason being I had a very unfortunate, unplanned series of panic attacks, but that's neither here nor there. No, yes indeed, that is exactly why we're here. that is what led us here. It was the turning point, several panic attacks ago. But for now, I'm thriving. Again, humor as a defensive coping mechanism. So it has come to the time where I'm going to begin this transformation process by dyeing my full head of hair.
One of you guys actually said that I should stand in front of a light and show you my actual hair color. So don't mind the grease. I was told not to wash it so that the hair color can cling on to something. My hair is not clean. Also gave me a reason not to wash my hair for like days. I did shower, but that wasn't until like TMI.
And you'll never know.
We don't need to get into the nitty-gritty. My mental health state, we know that we're not thriving, we're merely surviving. So my mum was like, it's definitely getting darker in the winter, but I can still see like honey through it. I want one shade hair. So this is my weapon of choice. It is the Herbert Tint permanent hair color, which scares the heck out of me because if it goes really wrong, I'm stuck with this if it doesn't work, not only for my birthday, but permanently. So fingers crossed. Really ratchetly ripped open the box. I was like having a moment. Hair color's meant to look like. Hopefully I like turn out like, it's not that dissimilar, which is what I wanted. I just want an all over darker tone. Right, I'm going to be following what I remember of Brad Mondo's guide. So he said to start by combing out your hair. Now in this part, I feel like it might be slightly exposed. I mean, we start off with a grosser before we get a better transformation. So that is the method behind the madness. And then in the video, he stated to section your hair into 4 parts. A few of the other things I remember were that he said to start from the middle of the back section and do the roots last, because that's the part that develops first. And we don't want that like zigzaggy root, different color to the rest of the hair vibe. So without further ado, I'm going to get my setup ready. I'm going to put a couple of towels down so that I don't die in the bathroom. Yeah, let's get to this. I'm really excited, but also a bit terrified. I feel like this is like the external change I need that triggers something. It's like, hey, your hair's different. Can your mood be different? Can you like not have panic attacks or like ritual mental breakdowns? I'm decomposing. Also, this lighting is not a friend to my acne scars, so hello. Maybe I should name them like constellations after stars. Dumbledore moments.
It all boiled down to one inevitable conclusion. I was just totally clueless.
They gave me some free shampoo and conditioner, and I think it's like hair dye from the hair dye range. So that will be necessary after. And I will preface this by saying I will be doing lots of TLC. I'll be doing lots of hair masks, the whole shebang. Yeah, I don't want to fry my head so crisp. I'm not bleaching, so I think we'll be okay. Also, I'm wearing black so that I don't dye something pastel. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this will all go well. I know you're meant to do like a 1-to-1 ratio, but I'm going to use all of it. If I've already got peroxide on my fingers, then I'm a bit worried about how this is going to turn out. Maybe I'll cover my sleeves as well. Oh, now I'm cold. People in Britain are laughing at me. But I do not do cold weather well. I do not do really hot weather well. I'm just like not flourishing. How many synonyms for thrive can we come up with? It's like flourishing and thrive at this point, and that's it. That's enough for me. That's not a paste. It's scary. I don't know if I can show you. But it's like red. Can't see that. Hey guys, should I do ASMR? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm dyeing my hair. Did I get a jawline? No shade, no teeth. I remember one of my friends like low-key saying to me, you nearly have a jawline. And I remember that reference. It's a lot thinner than I thought it would be. I thought it would almost be like tinted conditioner from the videos I've seen, but apparently not. Okay, this is the moment truth. Also, my hair is a mess. I can't believe I'm putting this on the internet. I have to say, filling your hair with gloves is like a really nice feeling I didn't know I needed. Now I look like the little boy. No one's gonna take me seriously now I look like this. Can I just say, I hate this section on YouTube that's like, I did a mental breakdown and dye my hair. I really have like no comprehension of what an actual breakdown is. Some people are like, my barista got my coffee order wrong. Now I'm having a mental breakdown, tying my hair. And I'm like, please come and join the real world with the rest of us. But that being said, I don't think I am like anyone to judge. I do not have that authority. But that being said, like, there are people that so evidently have no grasp of reality.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm conflicted about this one. First and foremost, who am I to judge the severity of someone else's mental breakdowns, especially as someone who experiences mental breakdowns? Number two, my psychologist and I were actually discussing this very concept. She said that it usually falls into two categories, essentially minimization or overemphasis. Overemphasis being romanticization or glamorization of mental illness, or minimization being disparaging genuine, high priority matters that warrant levels of concern. While I'm here, I'm just going to add that if you feel like you're not coping or that you need help, it is totally okay to ask for help. Furthermore, it's completely okay to struggle as well. But on that note, you owe it to yourself to seek out support. You are worthy and you are loved. The verdict: I'm going to disassociate myself from the statement. I feel it doesn't accurately represent my brand. I like to think I intended for this statement to be directed at those of us who glamorize mental health, which I do not think is okay. And I don't really want to upload that on the internet and give anyone the wrong idea or shame anyone for getting help. Of course, it is never my intention to discourage anyone from seeking out help or support. I think there's a really fine line between destigmatizing mental health and glamorization. And even with myself, I feel like I'm very wary of that line and crossing it or saying something that could be perceived in a negative way, which is why I just wanted to jump in here and clarify.
I genuinely hope on camera that that's not the way it looks like in real life, but I'm only gonna look worse in a second when I section off the hair. Now we're out here looking like Pippi Longstocking. For prep, I'm going to start by applying some bubble cream around my ears, around my forehead, just so I don't burn my scalp or anything else. Let's go, lady! Saturated already. I actually have pretty thin hair, but I mean, you can definitely see the ponytail, but when my hair's down, you can't tell that much. Just like painting over the blonde is making me feel so satisfied with this process, and I haven't even done anything yet. Now I'm gonna work my way to the front. I'm really out here trying to salvage the remaining hair stuff that I really dropped on the sink. No, I'm dyeing my face. In camera, I can see like a brown patch forming, and I literally just touch my face with hair dye. I just do way too close to the scalp because I've still got another section to do. I just did this section, and just in the little bit of light I have in front of me, it looked red. So hopefully this works. All I have ever wanted is one shade of hair, not 10. So if this worked, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to my neck. I'm actually going to dye my neck. I'm not excited, and that is our first mistake. I recommend anyone who's dyeing their hair, please be able to see your scalp. It's gonna come back to bite me. Or I just have a really nice contour jawline. Box tight beauty queen. So that brings you and I to the end of the road for tonight. I was just listening to Harry, and I really want to share this special moment with you. Oh my god. I want to share Harry with you because the vibes were immaculate, and I realized I couldn't while I was filming. Just imagine watermelon sugar right here, right now. Also, I was listening to one of my other playlists, which is pretty fire if I do say so myself. 3 AM vibes really jumping out.
wet dog but make it fashion.
And drum roll please. This is the update. FYI, it has been a couple of days since I tried to dye my hair at home. Now, I did get this done professionally. Long story short, box dye had no effect whatsoever. I woke up super pumped to finally get rid of all the blonde tones, and they were still there. So I made my way into a salon. This is not quite the shade of chocolate brown that I referenced. Insert a la Kai Gerbo reference pictures. So this isn't exactly what I was hoping for. It's a lot darker. I'm hoping throughout time it will fade and become a chocolate brown. Hopefully I'll have no problem with regrowth and regrowing blonde baby hair. So to the hair gods at the salon, I express deep gratitude. On a side note, I was editing last night some of those clips I previously filmed, and I literally said, yikes. I was so shocked by some of the things I said. Literally having an identity crisis there. I got my period the next morning, so I feel very confident in my character, in my being, and identity crisis no more. It looks so dark on camera, but I swear to you it's not that dark. The intention was never to go black, so my plans for the evening are just to have a bubble bath, do some self-reflection and introspective work in the form of journaling and mindful practices like meditation. I've really been slacking on my meditation game, and I think it's something that could really impact my mental health. Right now, the two things I'm focusing on are building a strong morning and night routine. At least if all else fails, then I have a strong morning and night routine to bounce back on and stabilize me. So for now, that's the update, and I will check in with you soon.
Hi everyone, it has been a couple of hours since I last checked in with you. I had just returned home from a psychology session, which I deem fittingly appropriate given the title of this video. I just want to take time to remind you that our glow up isn't just about your exterior or your physical appearance, also really about your mental health. And for that reason, I am taking the night off. I'm currently working from home, but tonight I'm going to take the night off to relax and unwind. I'm also going to make a more in-depth version of my self-care routine and take you through a day when I'm feeling particularly low and some of the things I do to make myself feel better. Hopefully this will recharge me and give me some of that energy that I've been lacking. On that note, I think I'm going to end off the video here. Now, was this glow up 100% successful? I'm going to say that's to your own discretion. So I would say that I have definitely taken some steps, but in terms of whether this was a successful glow up or not, I would say you can be the judge. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one.